hier gaat het dus allemaal gebeuren, want daar is hij. Jamie!
Come on, Wilfred!
How are you?
I've been waiting for you.
Long time no see.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Oh, long time, man.
It sounds like you're a busy man at the moment.
Yeah, I'm quite busy at the moment. It's going well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit going out of hand as well. And
In a good way?
yeah, in a good way, because
Nice.
it started with this book.
Yeah.
This is called Vullen of Voeden. How's your Dutch?
Very fluent at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vullen of Voeden?
Yes.
You can pronounce it?
No,
or-
what does it mean?
It means to fill or to feed.
Nice.
You can fill a child. I don't know it's good English, but
Yeah.
you can put in junk food and things like
Yeah.
that in a kid, or you can put really good food in a kid, with fresh food and things, with the vegetables and things
Yeah.
like that. It started with this woman, that's my wife. You like her?
She's lovely.
Yeah, I like her as well. And that's my
What
daughter.
can I say to that? I can't be too enthusiastic, otherwise I look bad. But
Yeah.
she's very lovely. And
Yeah.
is that your little baby there?
That's my little baby. My boy is in here as well. Somewhere, kijk, that's my wife as well again.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my boy. But it started with this book just because of the fact that she said there has to be done something about food for children.
Yes.
There is not many information about that in Holland, so she gathered a lot of people
It's true.
to make this book voluntarily. They supported us, and then we made this book. And I thought, this is it. I mean, I'm a host for a sports show, a little bit extraordinary, strange sports show, by the way. We talk about a lot of things, not only about football. But then there is a colleague of mine, and that's the main reason why we're here. I have to show you. This is the guy why I'm here. This is him. What do you think of him?
That's a real man right there. That's
Yeah?
a real. You look at that.
You think so?
Yes, I love him. Look at him. He looks like a caveman. This is a man that likes meat.
Yes,
Can
I
you
think
tell?
he doesn't eat anything anymore. He only eats yogurt and things like that.
Oh.
What do you think of his haircut, by the way?
It's terrible, but I love it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my...
Do the women like him in Holland?
Yeah, they love
And
him.
the men too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as well, yeah. He's quite popular because he says everything. But do you think he looks healthy?
Well, I think he needs a good wash and a nice haircut. But apart from that, he looks rugged.
Yeah.
He looks like a man's man.
But sometimes he looks like this,
Okay.
and he used to look like this.
Okay.
What do you think then?
Well, obviously, he's looking good at the moment, then, isn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. So has he had a revolution in his own
Yeah.
health with diet?
His doctor told him, if you keep on doing like this, you will live only for 3 or 4 months, and it's over. So he changed his whole
So
schedule.
it's been radical.
Yeah, really radical, like he is always. But he said to me when I started with this book, it's a good book, he said, but I don't think it's possible to change the culture in football, especially not in amateur football, in the canteens. And then I said, okay, let's bet. Let's make a bet. If I can change at least 15 canteens, what do you do then? Then he said, I will cook in one of those canteens. We will come to do a show over there. We will get there with a lot of famous football players, and then I will support you as well. 15 canteens. And last week I succeeded. I've got my 50 already.
Okay.
But now we have to go on to 250. So we have to go on now because you're a specialist in that.
Yeah. Okay.
And now we need your advice. What do we have to do to get people changed?
Well, I mean, in some respects, you know, what our friend here was talking about was food culture, the pressures on parents, the pressures on children, the marketing. I mean, you know, there is and there will be massive change.
Yeah.
And the question for me and for you and for many of your audience is, but when? The reason there will be change is because the biggest killer in your country and my country is diet-related disease.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the sports industry and the junk food industry are like married, as is the Olympics. So something's got to change. And we need people like you and all the people that are supporting you to start creating the culture where things are acceptable, things are a little bit and things are wrong. Just like smoking.
Yeah.
Everyone said you'll never change smoking in restaurants. You know, it was only 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, you know, it was only 10, 11 years ago when you could get on a plane and you were only separated by a little curtain and smoking. So I think, like, our outlook on things like smoking, we need to look at physical education in schools. We need to look at how we feed and teach kids about food in schools. But also, I think the pressure on modern day Dutch parents is a lot.
Yeah.
You know, they're working hard. They're both working hard. Mortgages, what the family and modern day life requires us.
Still a crisis out
phones
there.
and clothes, and you know. So I think what's beautiful about this, and you're absolutely right. There's not enough information out there to support busy working parents. But what we need lots of things. We need information that we can go home to. We need information online that's good. You know, if we go to a football match, all right, yeah, you know, you have your burgers and have that. First question, can we make them better?
Yeah.
You know, because most of the people that supply the food for those big stadiums and stuff like that, it's worse than junk food.
Yeah, the quality has to go up.
It's worse than junk food. So we can take the things that they love and make them better, but also choice. We can give them choice where actually, and choice for something healthy and delicious doesn't have to be, depressing, like, you know, the choice can be between a good choice and a good choice.
Yeah.
And I think this is what you're passionate about.
Yeah, because we don't take anything away in the canteens. We say you have to add at least 3 healthy items on the menu. So people, and especially children, can choose. That's why it says Vullen of Voeden, fill or feed. You can choose every day. Every day you can start over again. Today I'm going to try to do it a little bit more healthier. We don't want to patronize people, because if you patronize people, they say we're not going to do it.
Look, if I can give you any advice, I mean, like this year I took on all of the catering at Manchester City Football Club. Okay.
And they get
and they still get burgers and they still get hot dogs, but they're completely different than 1 year ago. So the same kind of food they get this year, everything is healthier and tastier and better. And of course, people are very, very happy because everything's just got better. And of course, getting healthier choices on the menus there is absolutely a priority. So I think you know, whether it's the healthier choices or the old choices, I think you can do a lot to make a difference.
For example, we have a meatloaf on the menu as well, but a healthy one this time, with a lot of ingredients that are really good. And we work together with Robert Kranenborg. He's a top chef in Holland, and he will try to change as well. But if you go too far from the culture in the canteens, I don't think people eat it anymore, because they're used to have...
I think gently, and I think when you're feeding large amounts of people, lots of little changes make big difference. And then, of course, you know, really the project that you're doing, yes, it is a metaphor for what should happen in the sports industry and in stadiums, but also, you know, what you feed people in hospitals, what kids are fed at school, you know, what does a good employer look like? You know, in big Dutch businesses, if you've got 300, 500, 1,000 people, what are you feeding them every day?
Yeah, it can make
is
a difference.
Is it all crap, or is it a choice, or is it all good? So I think this is a really interesting area that you're getting into.
So, if I understand you correctly, you think it's possible to change this culture. Can you say that to Johan, maybe? Just to Johan, just it's possible?
Yes, of course. Johan, hello, my friend. Well, look, I agree, it's very tough. But I think with exciting social movements, when you get sports stars and other celebrities involved in telling a story, when you get organisations involved, change can happen. Change can happen, it will happen. We might want it to happen faster, but you have an opportunity now. He's given you the task. You've risen to it. Really, we want to get him cooking in the kitchen. He said he would cook in the kitchen.
He will. He already got a sleep. How do you call this?
So Johan, you said that you would cook in the kitchen if he got 50 kitchens, okay? But now he's got 250 kitchens.
Oh, or not already. 50
If you get 250 kitchens, you're going to cook in that kitchen naked. Oh yeah, that's the challenge.
I think he will do that.
You can have a penny to cover up the meat and
he says I'm the white Negro, so it's no problem. Yeah, he always says that in the show. He always says it. Yeah.
You couldn't say that in England, but God bless Holland.
Yeah, we can say everything. Yeah.
So I think 250 kitchens does deserve, you know.
Johan.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I think this is where our friend here, his mind is actually in the right place in the sense of it's current.
Yeah.
He's looking at government, businesses, schools, laws, and he's like, look, there's so much crap out there, how can you change anything?
Yeah.
You know, because it's got to be tasty and easy and accessible. I think for me, what your story is about is how can this story of feeding football clubs, how can it actually make the government talk about what they teach kids, what they feed kids at school,
Yeah.
how many junk food restaurants should there be allowed in a town or a city or in one area?
The government contacted us now and they say they want to use the students who can cook in the canteens of the football clubs to join, so they can support each other, and then they can support also the canteens in the school. So maybe there can be some of exchange like that.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for, but that's still quite difficult. Look, we have a sign in this book that says, it's a butterfly. It says more water, more vegetables, more fruit, and make a variation every day.
Yeah.
But always be positive. Don't say stop with that or stop with that. If you say like things like that.
Well, the thing about food is it's fun. It's
Yeah.
really, really good fun. And I think, there's lots of really talented, passionate people who are doing great things in Holland right now.
Yeah.
And you're one of them now, doing this big project on TV, getting people talking about it. But really, what's exciting for me is like Holland needs to get to the next level, because you can't have one great thing happening here and then all the other parts of normal life is still just not thinking about it.
No.
So I mean, if the best case scenario for me is that when you get your 250 kitchens, this will get a lot of debate happening in Holland about what we do and what we don't do.
Yeah. For sure. Maybe this is the part where you can say we're gonna, together with Jamie Magazines, gonna give you 15,000.
So we're going to choose the best. My only advice to you, because you're doing a great job with your wife and all the people supporting you, is just don't take no for an answer. Keep going. Sometimes you have to, take a bit of grief to get progress, and it looks like you're the man for the job. But now we've got 250 kitchens and a naked cook.
I hope so. Yeah.
This is all good.
Yeah.
This is going to be good for cooking.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Thank you very much.
I am also going to contribute a little competition as well, because me and my Dutch team at Jamie Magazine, we like to celebrate all the things about fresh food, local food. We do a lot of that in Europe and in Holland as well, getting kids cooking.
Yeah.
We're going to give a competition of €15,000 winner to the best canteen.
You mean that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the 50 plus canteens can compete for 15,000 euros?
250 can compete.
Okay.
And the best one where you feel that they've really taught you something, not just responded, but like over-delivered, they're going to get to win €15,000 to spend on equipment or, tables, chairs, whatever they need to make their canteen even more impressive.
Oh, that's great. Thank you
Pleasure.
very much. And then Johan Naked. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What more do you need?
Yeah,
what more do you need in life?
No more. The 16th of May. What is going to happen that day?
Okay, so the 16th of May is Food Revolution Day, and this is something I started 3 years ago. It's a social media campaign, and the reason is, I'm blessed. I work my job's very strange. I work in 120 countries around the world, plus. And as I've been doing my campaigns over the last 10 years, similar to the things you're doing now, many countries have sort of used that to express their happiness or their dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
So Food Revolution Day is about taking all of that together, and they wanted one day where we all come together to talk about the things that we're passionate about. So this year we're already in 90 countries. We've got thousands and thousands of events happening all over those countries. We've got over 1,000 or a couple of thousand ambassadors that are in those countries doing big events, and we're going for a world record. We're going for the world record for the biggest cooking lesson ever recorded in 24 hours. And we're going for 1 million kids to cook.
Really?
The same half-an-hour class. But imagine how beautiful that is, from Sierra Leone to Australia to Holland to England, 80, 90 countries around the world, all doing a lesson about food. And I think the day really is dedicated to children, the future of our countries.
Yeah.
So it's about parents, organisations, sports industry, the cooking industry, all coming together to sort of just come up with ways to get kids excited about what goes in there.
Yeah.
Bashing stuff, making stuff, chopping, skills, cooking, getting kids engaged with cooking. So, the saddest thing you know, for me, is when you go to a modern, robust country where they should be proud of so much because it's an incredible country.
Yeah.
Yet you go to 100 kids and most of them haven't got a clue where food comes from.
No, that's
they
true.
don't even know, is that a potato? Or they don't even know, is that a tomato? They know ketchup, but they don't know a tomato. And that might sound stupid, but that is more normal than less. So, you know, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
So Food Revolution Day, if you want to get involved, go to foodrevolutionday.com, and basically there's a whole bunch of kind of packages and toolkits that people can do, mums, dads, schools, organisations.
But we're going to help you that day.
Yeah, no, we're going to work together.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of Premier League clubs in Holland, and they want to join you as well. AZ, PSV Eindhoven, Groningen, Cambuur, that's my club by the way, and they want to do something on that day as well, with food and kids and things like
Fantastic.
that. So yeah, that's great.
Well, I think what's lovely about what you're doing is the sports industry and food has never truly come together as of yet. So this, for me, is a really wonderful opportunity because these football stadiums around the world, they're normally in communities that really need help.
Yeah.
But
it's about the future. Our children are the future. Eh? So
and often they have kitchens, and often they have facilities. So I think bringing them together is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.